Hey people, what's up? What's happening? How you doing? What's good? What's new? It is Wednesday and it is the WCW edition of Unrated right here again on KAFTAN Television. You know, today I am super hyped, I'm super excited, and I am here to give you lifetime entertainment like never before. Stay glued because I'm here. Zady is here to do what he does every single day. I'm Zady Experience officially open the cleansing when it gets official. And officially again, welcome to the Wednesday edition of the show. You know I'm never here alone. I'm always here with my co-host, you know, the all guys thing to give you what's happening and what's good on Wednesday evening. I have Talkative in the studio with me.
I know someone out there is saying it's going to be another full-length talk today, but guys, it's going to be more of entertainment because we are going to engage you, our viewers, too, today. This is Wednesday, and you know I love talking about beautiful women. Not just beautiful women, but those that strive hard to be someone better in life. Yeah. And that's just to motivate you to that. You too can be more than what you are presently. And believe me, Moses, the guy you all call the Talkative.
Yeah, the guy you all call the Talkative. You know how he do it. Okay, guys, I wanted to stay glued today because we have loads and loads of amazing packages for your viewing pleasure. And also, I'm going to announce to you that we have an in-house guest for you today. Someone I don't know, you might have seen one or two places on KAFTAN Television, but she's here with us and we are going to be having her on the show. Because for a while, I've noticed we've not been giving you people, you guys, things about fashion and fashion-related topics. And if you can remember, you know, Wednesday is always the fashion edition of the show. So today I decided to bring an in-house analyst so we can talk about Gen Z fashion and things revolved around fashion and indecency. But before we get down to all that, let's go on with what we have for you today, which is Unrated proper. And that's why I would want to go take a short musical break first to spice up the moment. Then I come back and give you small gist and bants about things happening in the world of entertainment. Stay glued with us. Don't go nowhere. Okay, guys, welcome back to the show. Unrated is still the show right here on KAFTAN Television. If you're just tuning in, you're with Zady Experience and the man they call the Talkative in the studio. And guys, like I told you, it is time for us to talk about random things happening in the world of entertainment. But today I will a bit, you know, try not to go deep. I just have one or two questions for my co-host. Talkative, this one is for you. I want to ask you this question. Because I feel like guys are very homophobic in Nigeria, in Africa.
Give me that beat. Bang, 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 bang.
Yeah, I mean, everybody wants to
now it's time for question.
Okay, so I want to know your point of view. Would you ever consider wearing skirt, no matter the scenario?
Wait.
Would you ever consider wearing skirt?
Wait.
No matter the scenario.
Is it wearing it and walking around the street,
yes,
or just for fashion, for promotion, or
any kind of way? Would you rather wear?
If it is for promotion of brand or what have you, but you can't expect me to wear skirt and be walking around the streets. Why will I do that?
What if there is a need for it?
There can't be a need for it. There is jalab now. I can put on jalabia now.
No, I'm talking of skirts.
There won't be a need for me to put on
skirts. Bella Shmurda wears skirts.
That's Bella Shmurda. That is the reason why I'm talkative. I am not Bella. Eh?
So I had to ask you that question because on Monday, Mr. Izzy posted a picture online. He and RMD and a couple of other of our Nigerian celebrities were on this picture. I think they visited somewhere in Scotland, and you know Scotland, the men wear skirts traditionally with their suits and all that, and they posted it online. And we had these people that are on the comment section dragging him. Why would you wear skirts? It's a disgrace, blah, blah. And it was the comments for me.
Oh,
Mr. Waid, sorry, I said Mr. Waid. Really? Mr. Izzy gave him the best response. He was like, go and use your Google.
I think when it comes to entertainers, there are some things we can't take away from their end. Yeah. And that is fashion, trends. We can't take it away from them because when you see them, okay, I saw RMD, a whole RMD, putting on, what, is that even Palazzo? RMD putting on Palazzo. You can imagine a man thinking of putting on palazzo. But when I see the shirt is wearing on top of the trouser, I was just like, oh my God, this is just the best I've seen. And they went to Scotland. We all know their tradition there. You can wear suit.
Men wear skirts.
And there are some Nigerian men too that are doing it just for photo shoots. I haven't seen any of them wear dress that way and go to events or function or activities. But
Apart from Bella, though.
Bella did in Scotland, not in Nigeria. Or did it? Is it in Nigeria? In Nigeria.
Talked about him just doing it for.
Well, I just felt we can't take away some things from them. But we all have our fashion sense. We are someone like me. I think I can wear virtually all type of clothes, but I can't put on skirts. That's just me. I love dressing so much, but I have never for once dreamt about putting on ripped jeans.
Why?
I've never thought about it. I just told you now that I've never thought about it. That is me. Though I love it when I see people put it on, but I always felt this is not me. I don't do what is not me.
Exactly.
That is just that's just the fact.
Like I thought we were growing up. You remember when I used to sag, but I was a teenager when I stopped sagging. Like I stopped way early.
Just imagine sagging, and I haven't
like,
done it
it's
before.
Your thing, but I don't know when last my trousers is not on my stomach or my waist. I put trousers on my stomach and talking, and it looks good.
I haven't for one sag, and you can't see me put on trousers without belt.
I do that one.
It's what I've been used to. That's my own style. That's my own way of life. There was a time I can't put on a shirt and a trouser without stocking it in. I do it often time, and you see me nod my tie, and you just be like, "Oh my God, is this guy a banker?" And at the end of the day, you see me behind the mic talking in a radio station. So that is my own way of life. We all have our style. We all have our dress sense, but I don't adopt what I'm not used to. That is the reason why I said if it is for promotion, I know, okay, I'm a brand ambassador for this organization. I can help promote it because that's what is giving me the money I'm spending. But just imagine me wearing skirt and coming on set or Unrated. I know someone will just be like, Talkative, you have turned gay. Talkative, you have turned gay.
I mean, one thing I used to always tell people is, as much as you see lots of things on runways and on celebrities, doesn't mean it's for you.
Yes.
There are things that are for show business. I mean, even designers, they know clothes that are not everyday clothes. These clothes are just for runways and for fashion and for other things. Just like painters paint some expressional paintings and some non-realistic painting and some abstract painting. Some artists that are fashion designers create abstract clothes. That doesn't mean you should wear those abstract clothes to the market. You should wear it to church. They are not clothes. Every event has certain clothes. So because you see things on celebrities doesn't mean it's their everyday life. Some of them, they just appear on shows like that because they want to be the highlight of the event. Or they go to events like that, or they look like that for particular things. But when we start to understand that, I'll be walking on the road and I'll see a group of girls wearing things that maybe because Beyonce or Nicki Minaj wore it. And you are wearing this thing and trekking on the streets of Lagos.
No, don't say Beyonce or Nicki Minaj. Just say the Kardashians. Because I think those that are promoting all these things.
Yeah, and you're wearing. No, I know why I said Nicki because Nicki is the person that.
I understand.
She's not like that
I understand your angle too. Nicki is just this revealing type of person.
Whenever she's performing, doesn't mean it's her. But you now, you just because you saw this thing on maybe the Kardashians on one red carpet event and you like it and you go and meet your tailor to do something like that and it's stupid that you're wearing it and trekking on the Ikorodu road. This
reminds me of a tweet. The lady put on Ashake jean. You know the Ashake jean. She put it on with a t-shirt and a suit, a jean jacket, short jean jacket on it, and went to church. She said for 30 minutes, she was staring at herself. I thought, oh my God, why am I so different? So it was after the service, she was now talking to herself that, no, this is not meant for church.
True.
This is meant for some circular gathering, not just for church.
I don't know why people don't understand that.
When I was in school, I happened to be the only guy that has dread and open his dread. You have to cover it up in my own school because they will cut it off. Okay. You can't tint your hair in my school, they will cut it. They will cut it right in front of your department. But the reason why I enjoy the privilege is because they all know me to be a celebrity on campus. Not just a celebrity on campus. They know what I do for a living. And they know I'm one of the image makers of the school. So I was given the priority, but I still put on face cap. Because sometimes I see myself so different.
It happens.
I see myself so different.
It happens.
But I don't, because of that, now tell myself, okay, it's a must. Sometimes when I'm going out, I will need to pack it. Sometimes I drop it down. I went to church, I dropped my hair, I didn't pack it.
I mean, let me cut you now
it's
because if we continue, I mean, we'll exhaust the whole time on this segment. And we have a lot of other things, and we also have a segment with our guests. So let's not burn our whole time banting about this talk, because we have a segment where we're going to talk about this whole fashion thing and fashion trend and Gen Z fashion. But I want us to go to the next thing we have for you today, which is our e-news, where we give you the actual happenings in the world of entertainment. Let's go check our e-news, and when we come back, Unrated continues.
Hello guys, you're welcome to the entertainment news segment of Unrated, where we'll bring you the latest news and happenings on the entertainment scene. I am Adeduni, and on today's news, winner of popular reality show franchise Big Brother Titans edition, Kosi Twala, has been reported to have been involved in a car accident. The reality star was said to have been in the car with her mother, boyfriend, and fellow BB Titans contestant Mavi Achi, as well as contestant Meli Kumalo. The car accident, which allegedly took place in the coastal city of Maputo, was said to have been as a result of swerving and colliding into a tree. Kosi, along with other passengers who sustained minor injuries, were taken to a local hospital and discharged and said to be recuperating in an hotel. Concerned fans expressed relief at the update, though the BB Titan contestants have not commented on the news to clarify, confirm, nor deny. Moving on, daughter of Nollywood veteran Temilade Kosoko reveals the struggles that come with her parentage. In a recent interview, the actress, who is Jide Kosoko's daughter, revealed the positive and negative effects of who she is. Stating her success is usually attributed to her father, the actress added that although her name accords her a lot of respect, her character is also questioned, and people's assumed perception of her makes them treat her differently. The actress further claimed her connections in the entertainment industry were through her own effort and without her father's connection. In other news, Nigerian comedian Josh Alfred, popularly known as Just Too Funny, has buzzed social media again with a comedic performance, this time on a global stage by appearing on America's Got Talent as a contestant. In a video shared online that gained a lot of traction, the Nigerian comedian delivered a skit auditioning 3 times, portraying 3 different characters and wowing the audience. Though the judges were initially confused, eventually caught on to the joke. Nigerians online have banded together, showing support for his performance and praising his act online. Last on the news, Nigerian artist Charles Chibueze Chukwu, known as Crayon, in a recent interview with MTV-based Africa, acknowledges the industry colleague and label mate Rema, revealing his residence in his house for 2 years pre-fame. In his own words, Rema was a big support as well as instrumental to his success. Rema and Crayon, who are both signed to Maven's record, are in the same age range and known to be good friends, have collaborated on several songs. And that's all we have for you on our entertainment news today. Many thanks for watching. I remain Adeduni.
Okay guys, welcome back to the show. That was our entertainment news. I hope we've done justice to keeping you informed about things happening in the world of entertainment. On to the next, it's time for us to give you Rated the Music, where we give you the latest jam that's trending and we come back to talk about it. On our Rated Music today, this one is coming from CK and he calls it Hallelujah featuring Black Bones, my guy. Yes, that was from CK and Black Bones, Hallelujah. Nice jam, sweet visuals, 2 great guys. I love that one. What do you think about that song?
I think we have the combination of CK, a good singer, Blackbone is a good singer, a good songwriter, a good rapper, and coming together. I don't even remember who directed the video, but I saw creativity in the video.
It was good.
I saw the good work of acting, the art in the video, and I love you so much. The lyrics, the acting in the video, the visual, everything looks so perfect.
Yeah, 100%. So what are you going to rate it?
I'll rate it 8.
I'm also going to give it an 8. How did I know that was what he was going to give it? Okay, guys, like I always say, no bad song, no bad rating on Unrated. That's how we feel about it. You might feel differently. Remember, different ratings on different platforms. But for us today, CK and Blackbones Hallelujah is a 16 over a 20. Okay, it is time for me to go give you a comedy time out, and I prepared a nice one for you today. A very nice and sweet one, very short and simple. And you know, whenever I give you my comedy time out, it is lit and it is the banger. This one is from a Nas boy, like you all who know him. You already know by now that I love that guy so much because of how talented he is. And he calls this one Nice Boy and New Update. Let's check it out. Okay, guys, I mean, that was really a funny one from Nas Boy, and he calls it Nas Boy and New Update. I'm sure that one cracked you up because when I watched that video, I was laughing so hard.
Like, seriously.
The new update is, bros, these ladies like them guys that are looking like females. They bath with you, change with you, do everything with you. So it's latest update, guys. I've told you, I'm dread. It's just have small lipstick. Complete. Otiton. I'm improving in this my Yoruba game and I'm excited. Okay, guys, in the studio right now we have our guest, our in-house guest in the studio. Like I told you at the beginning of the show that we have someone for you, and she's going to be talking with us or having a conversation with us about Gen Z fashion and nudity. Right now in the studio is no other but one of the finest, sweet girl vibes, Black Beauty.
Don't play.
We have Vanessa in the studio.
Hey guys, my name is Vanessa, like you said. You can see. I don't even need to say too much. I look pretty already. Yes, Black Beauty. And my Barbie season, so let me.
Okay! I mean, this Barbie thing is trending.
Yes, it's Barbie season, so let's enjoy it. Because now Nigeria has already done too much. Even the black people just say they are Barbie. People that are wearing rubbish say they are Barbie.
Everybody's Barbie.
Me too, I'm a Barbie.
No, I'm not Barbie, sorry.
But me, I'm a cute Barbie anyways.
I'm Prince Charming.
I'm a cute Barbie.
I thought you want to be Prince Barbie.
No, I don't be Barbie, I'm Prince Charming.
So I will just use DJ Chicken voice to call it Barbie.
100%. I mean, you look good. You look stunning.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I like your whole look, your whole vibes.
Thank you.
When you see people with vibes, you know.
No, I don't. No.
When we started the show, I was having an argument with Vanessa about her name. And I'm like, I'm not buying this Vanessa thing.
No, it's a very sweet name, Vanessa.
I'm not buying it. I'm like, what is the native name? And she gave me a name that I was almost about to murder. Tell these guys in the studio to leave me alone when it comes to Yoruba names.
They are doing very well.
Don't worry, we'll correct you.
They're trying.
Yeah,
What our friends were. Anyways, I've actually murdered a name in your presence.
Exactly.
And that one was the worst name I've ever murdered.
Because, I mean, when they talk about these things, they forget that I'm from a place that not so many people know about. So I can just give you one name and you will destroy it. And I'll be so excited to ride in that, you know what I mean. Okay, Vanessa, today, like I said earlier, we are going to be talking about fashion, Gen Z fashion and nudity. But before we do that, why not tell us a little about yourself?
Okay, my name is Vanessa, and some people call me Temitope because there are some people that I know that will still say they cannot call me Vanessa, they'll call me Temitope. Yes. People. What will I say?
This is some people. She's shading me right now.
Just mention it.
I actually don't know what to say about myself. That, but I know I'm a sweet person. I'm an easygoing person. I'm just a sweet person in general.
Yeah, I know.
Let's just hit like that. Let's end it like that.
Okay. So, Vanessa, are you in the Gen Z or the millennium?
I'm a Gen Z now.
So you'll be here to talk to us about Gen Z.
Yes, okay. Why would I be a millennial? I mean, Gen Z, sure.
Okay, so you know this whole Gen Z era is an era where, I don't want to start explaining fashion. I mean, guys, you know what fashion, when I'm talking about Gen Z, the generation from about people that are about 27, I think even up to 27, down to most of the teenagers right now are part of the Gen Zs. And we can see a lot of things happening with the Gen Z era, and fashion has taken a new dive and a new turn with the Gen Z era. Lots of experimenting, lots of taking from TV to reality. And one thing that sold along with Gen Z fashion is nudity, all in the name of body positivity. What's your take on the idea of people going naked and calling it body positivity?
What will I say now? Okay, I would say that I don't think them going naked and saying it is body positivity it's not making sense to me because if everybody has their own fashion sense. So they feel if I'm dressing in this type of way, it is okay for me. You should be dressing in a way that you feel that it's convenient for you, not that you're trying to dress to please somebody. So they're trying to say, okay, this old body goes. It's not like it's the ladies' fault. I would say the ladies because they feel that guys now in the Gen Z era are attracted to girls that have this fit body, that have this flat tummy, big ass, and everything. Yes, and they feel that okay, if I dress, if I wear Ira and Buba, the guy will not see me.
They won't
as
appreciate. I mean, Talkative will not appreciate what is.
But if I'm wearing a mini skirt,
Are you sure?
yes, now. If I'm wearing a mini skirt and a crop top, yes, and I have this, wow, this big, this wonderful body, to actually appreciate it. But I just feel that some people are actually doing too much. They are already turning it upside down. That all in the name of fashion, they are now dressing half naked. I don't buy that idea.
I mean, why would someone go through the stress of doing BBL liposuction and not show it? That's what some of them will tell you. Like, why am I doing this whole thing and I'm not showing it?
You get. I just feel they are doing too much.
Yeah, it's just like when I see people that draw tattoos on their boobs, on their waist, I'm like, I hope it's not what I'm thinking, because why will the idea of drawing a tattoo is for people to see it and appreciate it. So who are you showing these places?
Some people will tell you that they're drawing tattoos not because of they want people to see it, because that tattoo has a meaning. Now, everybody that draw tattoo now will tell you my tattoo has a meaning. Even if it does not have meaning, they'll say it has meaning.
I mean, it's even better for you to tell me it has a meaning that you just did it for fashion.
Everybody now is saying they are doing it
and give me a meaningful meaning.
People don't have reasons. They are just drawing it.
Give me a meaningful meaning.
Let your meaning be meaningful.
Because some people just tell you it has a meaning, and at the end of the day, they are not making sense.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just like there are things I do. When people ask me, why do I pierce? Why do I do this? Why do I do that? I have a reason. It has meanings to me. I've always loved piercing. But the funny part is when I talk about piercings, I had my nose piercing before my ear piercing. I had my nose piercing in 200 level in school. I wanted to pierce my eye. Yeah.
Because you like it. And
but do you know the reason? I thought of it. I'm like, I am broke. I'm trekking around University of Port Harcourt. And I will pierce here. And somebody smarter that will see me will call me responsible. But I mean, a few years from now, if I'm in my limo, driving, looking good, that same somebody's mother will point me and say, look at your mate. Right now, they will not see these things. They will not see any of it. That's the irony of things. So I also understand what you're doing and try to rate it. Like, before you came, we were having a bant earlier, and I was telling Talkative about how some ladies right now in the Gen Z, because you see the Kardashians wear something, or you see some of this, or you see, let me not go too far, let me use Arya Star, because she's almost going naked on her shows and they're dragging her, wear something and wear some kind of things, and you now go and tell one of your tailor to make this, or you buy it, and you're wearing it and trekking on the Ikorodu road.
Some people are following trend. Because
did you see Arya Star trekking with that thing?
Let me take your reaction on this.
Okay.
In school, we have borrowed course. But there is no borrowed course that will be the same unit with your initial departmental course. But why is it that in Nigeria, our borrowed courses are always more than
your
our own initial culture? Our borrowed culture are more than our initial
Nigerian
culture.
schools, like they just want to because they know that you don't have idea about those courses, so they feel that they're making the unit higher. You want to read more, to understand the course.
That's what's happening in our fashion, right?
To understand the course more, so that you do better than people that have that course initially. Because me now, for example, when I was in school, I did statistics as a borrowed course. I didn't have idea about statistics, but because I knew that I have to pass the exam, and the course unit was very high. I was not doing more. I was reading more. Even when I was not even having a borrowed course that was not stressing me, I don't read. Because of it's a borrowed course, I have to do extreme just to make sure I don't carry that course over. So you now saying the fashion sense, people just feel that, okay, because this person is doing it, person is trending, person is making it. If I follow that person's way, which maybe if I look, and now you said somebody, Arasta is wearing a skirt, a mini skirt. Then somebody in the corridor is now wearing that skirt. She knows that, okay, if she wears it and she's walking, somebody can see her and take a picture or a video and upload it. From there, she started trending.
Are you sure?
And now,
So
she's already trending. That's one trend.
I think I would love to support what she said.
That's a trend already now.
When I was in Ondo, I met one lady. She loves putting on micro mini skirts. Not just mini skirts, micro mini. if she bends, you see her pants. If she's wearing one.
On the road.
That is how she dressed. And she's always on crop top. That rainy season and dry, that is what she puts on every day. When I now ask her, why is she doing that? She said she's doing it for trends. She wants to be popular. And she don't want to be popular by herself. She wants people to make her popular. So it means their sense of reasoning now
It's different.
It's different from the way we read it.
It doesn't matter negative or positive.
Yes,
and another thing is the millennials are even borrowing the fashion of Gen Z. You can imagine someone putting on bra in the early 2000s now saying that she's not feeling comfortable wearing a bra.
Yes.
In 2020, 2021.
I mean, it's something we were talking about the other day. I'm like, right now, if you go to TikTok, Instagram, every single girl you see now, you're seeing something pointing at your face.
Yeah.
I'm like, stop this harassment.
It's not harassment.
Stop bullying me.
Stop bullying us. I mean, there's this thing that many people don't actually know, that the whole idea of this whole no bra day started as a result of fighting breast cancer. So many people did not know that. One of the research they did, they found out that the whole over suffocating your boobs is one of the strong reasons or causes of breast cancer. So women started the movement of no bra day and all that. Stop over foaming your bras and all those. They started bringing up ways, but before we know, it went from no bra day to everyday no bra.
You don't, because you guys are guys, you guys will not understand.
I know.
Bra is very, very stressful.
See, let me explain something to you. I understand that
something.
bras are stressful.
Yes.
Tape your nipples. People do it.
Okay,
Or there are other ways. They are the braless this thing now.
there's braless that they can
Do you know why?
actually wear.
Imagine if guys now start giving the excuse of pants are very stressful. It gets in between our holes and all those things, and you do like
the
this.
back, you need to be removing it when you're walking.
You know why I can't go without pants?
Ladies, let's not oppress the guys.
But you know why I can't go
you guys
without
should
pants?
get bralette and
If I come to
yes.
the office without pants, including the HRO would notice that something will just
Something
be
is
like
that way.
something will be like this on my trousers. So imagine me coming to TikTok or Instagram every day wearing a small short because I like small short, and as I'm trying to do a trend, something is just like this on your face.
Especially when you are dancing.
I mean, bros, I think we should start doing it too. So we'll see how this goes for both sex, because
No, it's not really affect.
But do you
please
think,
try to tape these things.
do you think bra is very stressful?
Yeah, it is.
I think it is because of the type of bra they are using. I've never seen my mom complain about
she's a
bra being
millennial.
stressful.
Listen, not even a millennial, she's
wait,
way older.
let me-
I never
let
saw
me-
my grandmom wears bra till date.
Let me complete what I'm saying. You know, there are bra that we hold everything at once. But because they want us to know the size and they want it to start breathing at the top of their chest, they use cup to push everything up.
I understand.
And that makes it more stressful for them.
I mean,
So
that's
I
so
just think
bad.
it is a way of finding excuse not to do something. You know, when you don't want to do something, you always have an excuse not to do it.
No, it's not like an excuse. But I just feel that it's still stressful. But now we'll listen to you guys' advice.
Yeah, see,
We'll use tape and we'll wear bralette. Yes.
Some of them
I will not argue that
actually
much.
make it an excuse, even if there's no excuse. Yeah, there are some people that they just do it. They know why they're doing it. They have a reason.
And some people have reasons.
Some people.
Yes.
But as much as saying bra is not really stressful, I don't agree, because I know how. It's just that if you notice something with our parents and our grandmothers, they lived more on morals than comfort.
Yeah.
Our generation now will live more on comfort. I mean, few years back, I used to love pencil jean. I don't have even one pencil jean aside now. I love big trousers. I love big clothes. More of comfort. You even see ladies. I have so many female friends that are tomboy. The only reason why they are tomboy, not because they are lesbians. I had one that was really close to me, but simply because she likes wearing big ripped jean, big polo, and that's how she became a tomboy. Comfort. So now, for some people, fashion is now comfort. Than our parents, it was all about. I mean, our parents would not wear trousers, not because trousers was a problem, but because the society said it was a problem.
Exactly.
So they dealt more on morals than comfort.
Cleansing.
Our mothers would go to an event tying 3 wrappers.
Rappers, exactly,
and
like
I don't
why?
want to. I don't want to.
Just because
I
it was
actually
more of
don't
morals
want
than
to.
comfort.
I don't want to drag this, and I don't want to protest it.
Yeah.
But I felt we always have excuse for everything we want to do in this.
No,
in this
everybody
world.
has an excuse, good or
That
bad.
is the reason why we always say it is because of comfort. See,
I'm not saying totally. I started by saying some people just give excuses.
Yes, I understand.
Yeah.
If do you know there are some things that our mothers do then and they don't do now again.
Yeah.
Because they felt it's not giving them that comfort they needed.
True.
Like then, there's what we used to call, in Yoruba land, we used to call it Betty. There is one light skirt they used to wear inside before turning their wrapper.
They did it generally. It was called underwear. It was like a big, very light skirt.
God bless you. Very light one. But they don't wear it now. Yeah. But you won't see my mom go out without putting on a long tie. She has this tight that is even longer than it will cover her knees. Yeah. Her knees. She still put it on because she knows that whenever she wants to mount the bike, she will need to adjust her wrapper. My mom is just fashion we define fashion the way we felt it should be, not the way it should be for everybody. Mm-hmm. I was telling you the other time that I've never thought of putting on a ripped jean. Yeah. I love it when people put it on, but when I want to, one day I tried it. I just put it on. My elder brother is having one. I put it on, and I was just looking like one mad guy that always parade my street. I mean, trying to put it off. It happens. That is me. But I love it. I love tattoo so much, but I can't draw it. I love piercing so much, and I'm saying I can pierce. The reason why I'm still being lenient with piercing is because I don't like too much piercing. So I'm still thinking, where will I pierce? Okay. Because I can only have one.
I used to say this thing.
So I felt we define everything to suit our comfort, not just generally.
That's exactly what I said. People do it. Fashion should be something that you are doing, that you are comfortable doing it, and you like it. Like in my house.
No.
My own
you should also look into morals.
Don't pierce.
Let's not just say comfort. People will go naked. People will go naked.
There should be moral in it.
Okay, now when I was seeing, think, okay, this girl, she's like, probably she's weird. Look at she pierced here, she did this, she did that. But it's a lie. You don't know me. Sure. So you cannot just say I am wayward because of the way I look. Mm-hmm. That's not how it's supposed to be, because it's my own fashion. So that's why I feel that it's right for me to do.
I think the reason why that comes into play is because of this popular quote: the way you dress is the way you should be addressed.
And it's not really wrong.
Because I still remember there is a quote that countered that one, that if you want everything, you can dress for it if you want it.
Yeah, and you don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah, I think that was affecting the Gen Z era, because now they feel that I don't have to see what people are saying. I want to do me. So that's why some people were like, okay, if I go for BBL, if I do liposuction, I should show it my body, is what I like.
But do you think doing me is doing justice? Because right now some people are taking doing me to the extreme. Yeah. You know, like I always say, some things will come into place for a positive reason, but some individuals will turn it into negative. I've had this conversation so many times, how I've told people about how the whole feminism started. Feminism started as a movement that was straight for empowering women. Women, there are some traditions that won't let women go to school. Some traditions did the mutilation for female. That's what they call it, genital mutilation, and lots of other things. Some tradition won't let women work. So feminism was a bit to stop most of this strife. Feminism was not to make women equal to men initially.
I've changed everything.
Initially, but feminism went from just empowering women to making women say they are equal to men. Yes. To making women not want to stay with their husband because, I mean, why does he want to be in control of me? To bringing gays and lesbianism into feminism. Whether you like it or not, it was feminism that helped the LGBTQ community. It was them that helped empower them. And from LGBTQ, something that started just innocently, let these people live their life. I mean, I wasn't really, because I mean, if you're living your life, it doesn't affect me, so do your thing. Until they started going from, you can now, like what's happening in the United States, you can now castrate children in the name of, I feel like I'm a woman. I feel like I'm a man. It's just all this whole thing started from one innocent movement of empowering women, and we've grown to what we have today. That's why I always tell people, it will always start with that innocent movement, but over time, many people will buy into it. Yeah. Just like earlier, I also talked about the whole no bra. started as a movement against breast cancer, awareness against breast cancer. Know the kind of bras you put. Stop putting too much foams in the name of lifting and all that. But I mean, no bra day became every day without bra. And we are
even the no bra they say, they celebrate me because every day now girls do
every day is no bra.
But very quickly, don't let me take your reaction.
Yeah.
Okay.
But what advice do you have for our Gen Z? So I'm also a Gen Z.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would just say that do you, but don't do it too much. You get. I'm not saying that because of you look at morals too as well. Yes, if you are doing something, important. Look at what people will also see. That might portray myself as a good person outside. Don't just do it on the name of Gen Z and then you do stupid things, but still do you, Sha.
Yeah.
Still do you, but do it in a very wise way. Don't do more than that.
I like telling people, as much as you're saying I don't care what people say, make sure you're doing the right thing and don't care what people say. Don't be doing the wrong thing and not care what people say. What are you preaching? Most of us are hiding under, I don't care what you say about me. But you are doing the wrong thing.
Like what I said on Monday when we are wrapping the show up, I told people when someone is talking about you, they are telling you two things. They said that you stop doing what you are doing or you continue doing what you are doing. If you are doing good, they are looking for a way to bring you down. So you can listen to your mind, continue doing the good. But if you are doing bad, they are telling you to correct your ways or you continue doing the bad. It's just a two-way thing.
Yeah.
So if you are dressing, you have to ensure that there is moral in it. You have to be cultured too. I was brought up in a home whereby we have access to choose whatever we want. My dad is a pastor and still told us, if you want to be a Muslim, let me know. If you want to be a traditional worshiper, let me know so that I can establish you before I leave this world. Okay. So whenever people want to blame your parents, I'll be there to defend myself.
My mom was somebody like that. So when I was very little, I'm the type of person I don't like wearing mini skirts. I don't like anything short. I prefer trousers. I'm always comfortable wearing that. And my sister is the type of person that, no, mommy, I don't want trousers. I want short skirt. I want short gown. And my mom will always buy it for her and buy it for me because she feels like it's not like I'm spoiling you. Yeah. I want you to know that this is what you want. So when you even go out,
to make your own
even when you go out and you're in school, you know that okay, somebody cannot just come and say, I see your daughter wearing mini skirt. With time, you know that okay, this.
Okay, I mean, we don't have time on our side, so I will just round up by asking you this question: what are you going to call your own kind of fashion in 2 words?
It is unique and beautiful.
100. So unique and beautiful. You don't buy into comfort.
I like comfort. So my fashion, anything I'm wearing, I'll make sure I'm always comfortable.
Okay, so the last question for today before I let her go. Would you prefer the Gen Z fashion sense or the old school fashion sense? Which would you go for?
I prefer the old school fashion sense, but adding a little bit of Gen Z in it.
I mean, nobody wants one of it. Okay, Vanessa, it was nice having you in the studio today. Thank you very much for sharing all this knowledge and talking to us about Gen Z fashion and nudity. Like she said, guys, try to balance these things up. As much as you're looking at comfort and you're looking at what you like and you're looking at trying to do you, also try to look at morals. Is it right or is it wrong? Don't do too much. Do you, but also try to listen to what people say and know if it's right or wrong. Okay, thank you very much, Vanessa, for coming to the studio. Guys, it is time for us to let Vanessa go today, and we'll go on to give you our WCW edition for today. Okay, guys, it is time for us to give you our Woman Crush Wednesday. I mean, that is the highlight of the show for today. What's a Wednesday show without our WCW? We have to inspire the ladies that are out here watching the WCW edition of the show. And today on our Woman Crush Wednesday is one of almost everybody's favorite. I mean, if you're into Nollywood, one of the top names in Nollywood right now, one of the sweetest females, you would have to celebrate her 100%. She is no other but one of the sweetest, most talented, funniest of them all. I mean, for the fact that she has carried the best female comic actor up to three times in a row, or if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 3 consecutive times.
She has carried it so many times. I mean, she's that funny, she's that good. Some know her to be Jennifer. Some know her to be so many other things, but I know her to be Funke Akindele, 100%. That's our Woman Crush Wednesday for you today. I'm sure most of you now are clapping, you're excited because you love her, from Jennifer's Diary to her last movie, Booker Street, and lots of other amazing movies she's done. I mean, collaboration of she and what's her name? On the Booker Street. What's her name again?
Mercy Johnson.
Mercy Johnson. That movie was lit. I love that movie. And Akindele is one inspiration to so many upcoming actors and actresses and people from all over Nigeria. And most people don't know she's from Ikorodu, funny enough.
That's another funny thing about
Most people don't know she's from Ikorodu. They're like, maybe she's from Lagos Island or something. She's from Ikorodu. She was born and raised there 100%. Olafunke Akindele Bello, like they said here, was born on the 24th of August, meaning this is her birth month, in 1977, popularly known as Funke Akindele or Jennifer, like I said, is a Nigerian filmmaker, actress, director, producer, and politician, like we all know her to be earlier this year. Akindele was born, like I said, in August 1977 in Ikorodu, Lagos State, Nigeria. She is the second of 3 children, 2 girls and a boy. Her mother is a medical doctor.
Yeah.
That's cool. While her father is a retired school principal. Akindele came into limelight after starring in a popular United Nations Population Fund, UNFPA, sponsored sitcom, I Need to Know, 100%. I need to know. I mean, this movie ran from 1998 to 2002, and in 2009, she won her first ever award, African Magic Academy Award for Best Actress in a Lead Role. And I mean, since then, the growth has been massive. She's been getting back-to-back awards. She has gone from acting to directing to producing to a lot of things in the industry. I mean, 100%. Right now, Akindele is like a household name in the Nollywood industry. And that's actually a good one. That's actually a good one. I feel like clapping for her. She's one of the powerhouse female in the Nollywood industry. One of her films, whenever she does her films always break a record of her other film. And that's one thing I like about Funke Akindele. Like I always tell you, the reason for a woman crush is not to show you a beautiful woman or a successful woman, but to tell you that they are ordinary people like you and you that's watching. She's from Ikorodu, born and brought up, and today she's celebrated worldwide, because I wouldn't even say Nigeria. She was recognized by Oscars sometime last year. This is really serious. Guys, Funke Akindele is the Woman Crush Wednesday for you. And that's all we have for you today on the show. I hope you had fun with us on today's segment of WCW edition of Unrated. But it is time for me to let you go. It's time for me to close the curtain. But you know I can't do that without trying to perspire to acquire you the Harry Maguire thing a little bit. So I will just tell you guys, stay safe out there. It is Wednesday. You still have Thursday and Friday to grind. Please grind to the fullest, because I don't want you to come with this whole work energy for the music countdown. So grind the fullest, and wherever you find yourself, Zady would always say, drink water and mind your business.
Anyways, from my own hand, it will be very simple. Even though some say the love of money is the root of all evil, well, I want to remind you that money answereth all things too. So in all you are doing, ensure you are making money. Legitly, ensure you are making money. Yeah. If you like hard your home, just ensure you are making money, so that you won't be put into shame one day. Yeah. Money answereth all things.
Because you will not have evidence. You go explain tire. No, you go explain tire.
Before you two start singing Lonely at the Top. Bang, 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 bang.
Okay, guys, I'm Zady Experience, officially open that cleansing when it gets official.
And Bidemi Moses Lori call me the guy you all call the Talkative.
Stay glued to your screen till we hit your screen on Friday for the music countdown.
Don't be wicked.
Stay wicked.